So you're majoring in science at the University of Wisconsin. Sort of didn't know exactly what you wanted to do, but you liked science. When did it click for you and you found an interest that you were really passionate about?
Well, I really had a wonderful experience, and then we were talking before about travel, and I worked my way through college. I generally had 2 or 3 jobs all the time. I was going through school since I was 15. Actually, I had many jobs, and between my junior and senior year, I thought, well, wouldn't it be a great experience to just put on my backpack, go to Europe, $5 a day. Then it was $5 a day, up from a nickel on the bus ride. So it was just an adventure. I thought, get a month off, travel, try to meet other people, see what's going on in the world, because I had really been pretty much in Wisconsin most of my life, except for some vacation trips with my parents. And I went, and I was in London, and I had seen this sign just talking about geosynchronous orbiting, satellites. It was a lecture going to be given on satellites. And I was always fascinated with space since Sputnik. Sputnik was 1957. It was an era where space travel suddenly burst onto the scene as a kid, and I was very fascinated by that. And so I saw the satellite poster, and I thought, oh, gee, I think I'll go listen to that lecture. Even though I was just there to hang out and have fun and everything, I thought, well, that'd be kind of interesting. Let's go find out what that's about. So I go to this lecture, and I'm just sitting there, London School of Economics, and the gentleman who's telling about geosynchronous orbiting satellites that appear to be over the same place on Earth at all times at 22,300 miles above the Earth's surface, but always seem to be in the same, wow, he made this come alive. He made it sound like the best thing that could possibly happen in the world of communications, and you can't jam those signals. In those days, it was the Cold War. I mean, we didn't know what was behind the Berlin Wall, which doesn't exist anymore. We didn't know what was behind the Chinese Wall. Today, it's a major tourist attraction, but we didn't know what was behind these different walls. And I thought, wow, this is really, really powerful, a satellite communication. You can't jam that. You can't prevent it from being received anywhere on Earth. Wouldn't that really be powerful to, have programming sent via satellite, around the world? And people anywhere could hear it. And I was very idealistic at the time. I was thinking about, well, lots of different things, but I just thought these satellites are so powerful that I left that lecture. And that idea would never let me go. And by the way, that lecture was Arthur C. Clarke, 2001: A Space Odyssey, and many science fiction. And probably the best scientifically grounded science fiction writer of all time. It was a really fascinating experience, and it is what really captured my imagination. And I just forgot about medical school. I went on to write my master's thesis on satellite technology and its impact on communications. And that was the beginning of my story, of really, my passion, which would never let me go. I could never stop thinking about these program networks that we could put on the satellite.